There we go. Now we're recording. Okay. So, last time, sounds like we should go into a little more detail because not only has it been a little bit of time, but Mike was knocked out from a dream pastry again during that session. We started. Where did we start? Do you guys remember? I'll remember from there, but I don't remember where we started. All blends together.
We started at the tower. Oh,
the tower. Okay. Boy. So we started at the Magician's Tower where Pep had pushed all the buttons and caused gargoyles, a defense mechanism for the tower, to come down and attack you guys. So you guys ensued in combat, and through some arcane knowledge could tell that it was still possible to get in the door, and maybe that would stop the gargoyles from attacking. And eventually, Garrus successfully triggered that mechanism. The one gargoyle remained by the time you guys got to that point, retreated back to its post, and you guys were able to successfully get into the tower. You guys then started to explore the tower, but also you went to the wagon. In the wagon, you guys opened the back door, triggered a trap, and who ate the brunt of the fire? I want to say it was a fire trap. I want to say it was it Pep or Huminga? No, Huminga was gone, so I think it was Pep. Yes, I think you ate the trap as the magician.
All I know is I shot it from afar.
Yes, because it launched out very far. You guys were kind of standing in line of sight still. So from there, you guys entered after eating a bunch of damage and searched for stuff. Found a chicken. Garrus, you speak with animals to talk to it. Learned its name was Esmeralda and that the wagon was owned by Esmeralda, who was not present but off in woods nearby, assumed doing something. Woods nearby being more accurately woods near Kresk, the village of Kresk. So you guys then took the chicken and some stuff and started climbing the tower. On the second, some stone golems, clay golems, pulled chains to pull an elevator that pulled you up to the second floor. Cider then went to explore that floor and fell down to the bottom. You guys left him and went up to the next floor.
They did.
There was nothing of interest up there, so you went back down for him, then went back up to the top. And up top, you searched the area, and you found evidence or things of interest. Do you guys remember what those things were?
Let me check my notes.
I feel like there was like a wooden cradle with nothing in it.
That was the third floor. There was an empty baby cradle, essentially. Baby crib.
Or like a note somewhere.
So you guys found a flyer for Rictavio's Carnival of Wonders. You also, from the window, could see out the window and see like yellow
the lily pads.
Splotch on some lily pads, which seemed abnormal, and I want to investigate that later. You guys found other evidence up there. I don't remember what else.
It was like a handkerchief or something?
So you found a handkerchief by the Lunar River crossroad way earlier with the initials RVR. You found some other text that was relating to Rudolph von Richten, or RVR was your conclusion. And between these two, you guys went, we should check out Rictavio even more instead of pushing this off. You guys then left the tower, investigated the lily pads, found that there was like paint, essentially. That paint matched the paints of the wagon.
There was something else important that happened up
there.
There was.
That we'll come back to that for a moment. From the lily pads, you found that there was yellow paint, and the paint was hidden as well. The pots where the paint was found was filled with bricks and put to the bottom of the pond so that it theoretically wouldn't be found. But you guys found it. But it was the same coating as the wagon of Rictavio. It's just some more evidence that led you to that conclusion. Additionally, at this tower, you guys found a scroll of Remove Curse and thought real hard about whether you should use this on Cider in hopes that it would cure him of lycanthropy. Or maybe if we use it on this chicken, just maybe,
The chicken was too sentient, Mike.
we will save a human.
Yeah,
He was
you
way
guys-
too sentient.
And you
had to be
guys
cursed.
decided to use a scroll of remove curse on this chicken, and out came a teenage boy. He has been unconscious.
the way Michael likes him.
Is this what I came back in when you guys were like talking about how
Yes.
naked this boy was?
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's right.
How unconscious and naked this boy was. Okay.
And he has been unconscious as you've traveled back, seeming to be, some powerful magic. So you guys then traveled back to Valaki. On the way, encountered some people that approached you guys and seemed sus. They called themselves hunters, trappers, and Soldar and Yevgeny, who were traveling with you, did not recognize them. You guys also sussed them with probably insight or something, and flaunted enough silver that they got cautious and did not seem to do anything more than agree to travel with you till you got to the next crossroads and move on. Then you got back into town. Did you guys do anything in town before we kind of ended? I know you guys ended up heading towards the Wachter house by the end.
We put the boy to sleep.
We gave him a dream
yeah.
pie so that he wouldn't wake up.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
We
He didn't
drugged
have to worry.
I
He
would,
wouldn't have to worry
I
about
would
it.
the
not have
unconscious
remembered that.
teenage
I would not have remembered that unless I looked at the
Christ.
video. That's great.
No, he didn't want him to wake up and wander
Are we
off, so
are we the heroes or are we villains?
I don't think we were ever heroes.
Christ.
Definitely kidnapping, but okay.
I only have
We
one
kidnapped a
dream
chicken
pie left.
as far as anyone's
I'm done
concerned.
with dream pies. You know,
I'm gonna start slipping
seeing
into
what
your
it
drinks.
seeing what it seeing what it does to other
Mike,
humans.
make a
Revelation.
Constitution saving throw.
Me?
Yep, make a
Yeah.
Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, I'm free. So
But that's other people. You're
At
better than them.
disadvantage at this
Yeah.
point.
at disadvantage,
handle it.
of course.
Yeah. Like, I don't remember where we were last, so we'll do this. I don't think you're done with pastries.
Ah, man. I say internally.
Oh man.
I'm reaching for more.
I'll quit
Those
any
other
one of
people
these
that have
days.
problems, not him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I can quit anytime I want.
Alright, so you guys made it back to town. You put the boy to sleep with wonderful dreams of not being a chicken, apparently. And then headed off to the Wachter house because you had received a letter from Lady Fiona Wachter to dine at her residence because she was interested in meeting with your party after your achievements in town. Some other things of note. I am always going to remind you guys, these are kind of where you're presently at, but don't forget your main quest. In the left sidebar, there's still the, quest section? I don't remember what it's called. Where is it? Journal notes?
Left or right?
Yeah, journal.
I think you mean
It's the
right.
left side.
He definitely means right.
Oh, it's left for me.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
Yeah, I probably have like an editor's menu. And then there's a toggle objectives button somewhere in there. And in there, you can then see the list of quests, one of which is Defeat Strahd. That is where you had your reading of Tarkot's cards that then presented things for you to seek out in this world. I reiterate this because you guys don't ask enough questions about these things, and you really should. This is a very open-ended story, and especially with us playing infrequently, you're going to forget, things of past, probably going to be very focused on the present thing. But this is a very open-ended campaign. Do not forget all of the other things going on, so maybe open that up and remind yourself.
Speaking of which, how do we know when a quest is completed?
I've kind of been marking them off or letting you guys know. You guys have been
I
getting XP for quest completion. We're doing milestone level up in the form of quest completion equals XP.
Got it. So like this St. Andrew's feast, that one's done, right?
That one should be done. I just didn't update it. Yeah.
Okay, nice. I see.
Looks like I noted some of the other things like Clockwork Man.
Clockwork Man.
You guys met a revenant that mentioned Sir Godfrey Gwillem of Argynvostholm. Let's see, noted things for cider.
Tee.
Hee.
There's that one place. Oh, is that the Clockwork Man?
That was the toy maker. In exchange for the monkey, you would bring the Clockwork Man.
Yeah, from the castle. Yeah, I wrote that down.
That
What do you
was very important. All right, so with that, you guys approach the Walker House, which should be the scene you see on your screen. I actually don't know what we're looking at. I should probably look. Yes, it is. The blah blah blah. You approach a wide red-roofed manor surrounded by a thick garden filled with herbs and vines. The roof slouches under the weight of vegetation. The walls sag and bulge from moss and plant growth. The front door is handsome and red-painted with frosted glass on the upper half. And the door is open. You see someone in like butler attire, a man, pretty tall, middle-aged. Huminja and fellow Gooners. Welcome to the Walk to Residence. And he kind of gestures you guys inside.
I'm glad people here understand and respect me.
And you guys start walking in. He starts like offering to take your coats, and you can choose to do so or not. If he takes any coats, he then hangs them in a nearby closet.
Respect.
Thank you.
Yeah, finally.
That's a lovely home you have here. I say sarcastically.
Yes, the finest noble home. Now, follow me. And he leads you inside. Actually, let's go to that scene. Where is that? I'm going to have to close this and reopen it, aren't I? Okay.
Paul, fucking leave her alone.
So, do you guys have tokens?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh. I see plus 20 feet. That's not a good sign.
Hey,
Why can I...
Okay.
I'm so laggy in here.
It's extremely laggy. It's taking a moment to load. Okay, hang on.
As soon as you go in, you get plus 20 feet.
Hang on, let me remove that. Everyone exit. Everyone exit.
Oh, it's when you go in, but then if you step out, you mean get 20 feet, and then you go back in. There's 20. So if you get into the doorway and then step back out,
everyone go out. Everyone go out. Is everyone at 0 feet?
No, I'm at 20. Help.
Can you go down?
I'm flying.
Okay, now you're at 0. Now you're at 0. And anyone else? Okay, that seems like everyone. Okay, the thing is removed.
Let me in.
Okay, I have to actually open the door, so you guys have opened this. This door is now open.
There's a freak.
Make sure you have hardware acceleration on.
That's probably it.
Okay, he leads you towards the staircase and then to the left. So is that door open? It is.
Fancy
That door is open. Yeah.
I'll take my seat at the head of the table. Thank you.
You should, King.
Yes. Or you go ahead and give me one of those
Okay.
moon pies as an appetizer.
I was thinking about it, but hold on. Let me see how much I got. Dream pastry. I only have one dream pastry left. Is that what you want right now? Or should we eat the meal they're going to give us? Let's wait, you drug addict.
He leads you left of the staircase into this room. You smell the scent of roasted lamb and stewed vegetables drifting from the kitchen opposite side of the staircase.
Ooh.
And peeking in as you pass by, you can see the cook hard at work. Our dear David is preparing dinner, and I must say he has a particular talent for lamb, so tender it practically weeps when carved.
Oh.
And he leads you to the
like
parlor, which is the section just north of the table. So he tries to seat you there, but sit wherever the heck you want. If you'll be so kind as to make yourselves comfortable, Lady Wachter shall join you shortly. Might procure some wine to smooth the waiting period.
Yes, I'll have a glass, please.
One wine, yes. Any more?
I'll have one, please.
Why not?
Sure.
Yeah.
Why not, perhaps?
Wine all around, all right. We'll bring 2 bottles. I shall return momentarily. And so you now have a moment to yourselves.
That's fancy as fuck else. This is.
I like it
this
lamb
is,
here. That's crazy.
Yeah, alright.
Is this the underage kid's house? Their parents? Is that right?
I
Maybe
kinda
this is why the werewolves are rampant. They're eating on the lamb.
Yeah.
Your connection to them is you received a
Underage
letter,
boys.
and they're related to the people, the 2 boys you've drank with. Yes.
Oh, yes, okay.
The
yes,
Wachter
yes.
brothers. Mhm.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, the real ones.
I want to say quietly, we should come up with an excuse to look around their house, try to find stuff.
Oh, I could be like, I need to go to the bathroom.
Just stuff.
Yeah. Stuff and
I need the restroom, I yell.
I wait up.
As soon as they walk
Drink
out.
a lot of wine so that it's
Yeah, let me
possible
just-
that
yeah,
you
right,
need to
right,
go to
right.
the bathroom.
Let me chug
And
some wine.
while
real
you
quick.
guys are talking, you notice a young woman around 16 standing in the open doorway to the staircase, and hopefully you see that token now. Is that right?
Yes.
She wears a white nightgown and slippers, and her gaze is quite vacant, staring through you guys without making any eye contact. And a few moments later, you see a familiar face stumble into view, fumbling down the staircase behind her. Ah, shit! Stella! How the hell you get in here, huh? And he looks a little worried and speaks directly to the woman. Come on, sis, you can't just wander off like that. You'll freak everybody out. Oh shit, hey guys, I'll get her out of your hair, I promise.
Yeah, thank you.
she could stay. Why not? I mean, it's a party. Isn't it?
This is my sister Stella, but she's sick, so I'm just gonna take her back to her room.
What's she sick with?
I'll let Mom talk about that.
She got the vid?
What kind of
Yeah,
sick?
get her away from me if she's sick.
And you then notice behind her an older woman dressed in finery arrive behind him from the kitchen. Nikolai, my dear boy, what on earth is your sister doing down here unattended? If I know, Ma, she just, wandered off again. I was about to get her the fuck out of here. And she seems to soften her response. Yes, of course. But do see to it that she is warmly dressed. It is brisk this evening. Yeah, I got it. Same shit speech every day. And he takes her out. And then
Thank you.
Goodbye, Stella.
Lady Fiona Wachter comes in
Thank
and
you.
turns towards you all. My most sincere apologies for the disturbance, my friends. Allow me to formally welcome you to the Wachter house. I am Lady Fiona Wachter. I am most pleased you accepted my invitation. Please make yourselves comfortable. She
All right.
takes yourselves over to one of the couches, hoping you guys follow. And then right behind her, the butler
Lost
then
her seat.
returns carrying a tray full of wine glasses and 2 bottles of the finest wine they have.
Oh, you didn't have to
Ah,
splurge
the
on
nectar
us.
of civility. Do forgive my tardiness, but I simply insisted on ensuring that the glasses were free from even the faintest trace of barbarity. And he then pours a glass and hands one to Lady Fiona Wachter. No wine for me this evening, Halleck. I believe a brandy will suit me far better. You're welcome yourselves as well.
Wine, fine. Thank
I'm
you,
gonna take a glass of wine and mix the brandy in it. Because I'm fancy.
I'm gonna have a sip of
And she
wine,
kind of
and
just
then
nods towards you.
after I have a sip of wine, can I nudge him Ninja like, can I have some of your beer?
Oh, yeah. I love you.
And I just start double fisting them.
And Halleck departs, and she begins speaking. I do hope the accommodations are to your liking. I do wish to forgo the earlier commotion. My daughter Stella has been rather unwell these past months, and my eldest, Nikolai, well, he can be delightfully reckless. And she maintains an air of grace and authority, politely holding herself. So, where are you all from? You guys don't seem like you're from around here. And you carry some very intriguing possessions.
Mommy,
Where are you from?
we tried to give her some dinner.
I was
Instead of
born and raised in Vlaki here.
About
You're right, I should share about myself before asking about
Thank
others.
you,
might
yes.
still be in the hall.
So what's wrong with that daughter of yours?
She's unwell.
Admittedly, Hem Ninja is probably not the best spokesperson, having the
We have
lowest
a cleric
IQ of
that
the
could look
bunch.
at her,
So
too.
I assumed Haminja was the leader of the
Might-
Gooners. Was I mistaken?
You're not mistaken,
No,
but
he
I'll
is.
Okay.
He's not
Unfortunately,
good
you're
at
not
talking.
mistaken.
have entourage speak for me while I enjoy some brand winey.
Brand windy.
Yeah, sorry about him. So what is wrong with your daughter? Elaborate.
In a similar sense to your daughter, that is our ham ninja for you.
Like werewolves say?
Yes, your daughter's not one of those.
Oh, no. They would have hunger very quickly. Really, do forgive my curiosity, but one must wonder, what brings such capable adventurers such as yourselves to this valley?
Shan't forgive it.
I lean over Cider and I ask, what was our lie again? What do we normally tell people?
I don't think we did.
Fucking no.
Uh-oh.
What are you
Break the
leaning
huddle.
over at me? I've got 2 drinks. I'm hardly better than Ham Ninja
We're
right
here
now.
to do whatever gets us back home.
Yeah,
So you're not from around
we're
here,
just
Miss Travelers.
wanderers, travelers.
From the outside.
We have no
Okay.
real home we could hail from.
Interesting. There are very few
You know what
like
I
you.
do. I'm from Neverwinter. I don't
Yeah,
know
well,
what he's talking about.
I've never heard of it.
No. Well, I'm from Waterdeep. That tells you anything.
Interesting, very interesting. So you
We
asked
come from
about
beyond the fog.
you asked more about my daughter, so I'll share more now that you've shared some. She's been in a vegetative state for quite some time. It's been I think 2
Like
months.
this?
2 months
wow.
since she entered the state, and we've tried everything to cure her, but we've not been successful. So we've just barely been keeping her alive, but she doesn't like interact.
She seemed to
I
be
don't know
why.
pretty good.
She moves on her own. We can kind of get her to eat. She thankfully doesn't shit the bed, but that's about it.
I will say, I am a doctor. I'd be happy to take a look for you. That's a lie, by the way.
Don't say that.
Oh, he's a jokester, I see. Okay.
No. That lie
is
was
the
me
doctor
telling
of
you
God.
to Game Master, not out loud. I am a
He
doctor.
just immediately confesses to lies. Character trait.
Yeah, we've healed stuff before.
All manner of knowledge.
We turned a
Happy to
chicken
help.
into a teenager. He was cursed. so,
Really? Do tell me more.
that's
I think
pretty
you
much
meant
it.
the
We
other
found a
way
chicken,
around.
and he was
Oh,
cursed,
okay.
and now he's a teenager
And
again.
which of you was skilled enough to do so? That's interesting.
I think it
I
was a
just
collective
piece of paper.
understanding
Yeah.
that the child
All of
was
us, kind of.
suffering from
We're greater
too
than
much
the sum of our
sentience.
parts.
Yeah,
Exactly.
when we subtract us together, we're better than after.
That's why we goon together. Those that goon together stay together.
This guy's
That
struggling
glue
to
together,
speak now.
stay together.
He's
Sorry.
Jones.
Struggling to roleplay a response because struggling to understand.
Yeah.
So I invited you guys this evening simply in the interest of forging a beneficial relationship between the two of us. You guys seem more than capable. I heard through my network of how you handled some vampires and helped out the father of the local church. I am forgetting his name at this moment.
Sam.
Sam, he's our boy, though.
And figured maybe you guys would be competent enough for other things that align in our interests, and maybe we can work together in the future. You know.
I say there's some potential, but hey, I say let's get some full bellies first before we talk business.
And right then, the butler walks in. Dinner is served, and he
Oh,
brings
boy,
forth
oh,
the
boy.
lamb and roasted veggies.
You come over to me, dog.
How am I going to eat
Yes,
this with my
master.
hands full?
Put down your drinks, come to the table.
The roasted lamb is
Weird.
delicious. There's also fresh bread and butter.
Have we ever
Would
used
you?
utensils before?
I
Or
I
are
can
we-
tell you, I have
think
not.
that's up to your backstory.
I can tell you, I have not. I just start grabbing the lamb and
Yep,
tearing
sure,
it off.
sure.
Oh, I'm sorry.
God.
Etiquette. He's got.
So, while we're eating, can I help you guys? Again, I want this to be a mutual, beneficial relationship. I am well informed of the area, the events ongoing. You guys are trying to find a way here, so which leads do you have?
Please?
Well,
Do you know how you get in that big castle?
Castle Ravenloft.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah.
Do you have a death wish?
I don't not have one, but if that's what happens,
If
that's what happens.
Yeah, you can form a mutual bond with Strahd without him killing you, I guess. It's hard to ignore the reality of what he is, but at the same time he is our ruler. So you might be able to please him and make your way in. Who knows?
How does one please him?
He has his network as well. I'm sure he is very well aware of what you guys are up to.
Yeah, I forget. Go ahead, guys.
I have a question as well. What do you know about Rick Tavio, since you've been in town long?
Rick Tavio, who is this?
He's a circus man.
So, my network has told me that there was one other mist traveler that arrived recently. I probably know as much as you guys, though. I'm trying to learn more, but only know that he seems to be a traveler that ran a carnival and is looking for more acts to add to his repertoire, but that's about all we've learned on him.
Kind of
I don't believe that one bit. I don't believe that.
Haven't learned that yet.
Insight.
He's, go ahead and make an insight check. He does seem to have some kind of beast in his wagon, though.
That's a fact.
Good
He
find.
may have messed around with his wagon a little bit. There's definitely a lion or something.
Is that 2 insight checks? Yeah, okay. Pep, from what you can tell, you're having a hard read. Hamingja, she seems to be truthful. There's nothing that is really catching your attention. You're not noticing any unusual body language, unusual
kind of
speech patterns.
No.
Do you? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Please, after you guys.
I was just gonna ask what you know about Strahd, like any knowledge about him to understand him better.
I'm checking to see what information she specifically has. I think it would be better if you asked me specifics. Are you looking for any specific details you'd like to know about him that I might be able to help with?
Well, we all got like a weird vision reading thing. A bunch of cards directing us towards some items to find him.
Okay.
Does that sound like something you're even remotely aware of?
I don't know. Do you have more details?
I'll go through all the tarot cards we got, basically, and just tell her all the
I
cards.
don't remember what they are.
Like,
So tell me one, because I can't open up all the notes at once.
The Nine of Glyphs, the Traitor, Ancient
There
Foe,
should
Holding Up
be
Well.
details on in the quests on each one of those. There should be details of
It's
what
in
it
the
was.
quest objectives for defeat Strahd.
Yeah.
I think
Nine
they
lives
give you.
trader, see the ancient foe of an old and noble house.
If you
the
click
lost
those, are you
soul.
able to see more details and read them out loud? Just because I can't open all
No,
that.
Those are the
Those
details.
That is the details in the quest. Hang on.
Or
If you go and go
look
and check
for the five swords of the Myrmidon. Look for dead wolves in the hills
Let's
overlooking
see.
the
So I'm
lake.
going to the quest, defeat Strahd.
Oh, I will.
And this is what I would look at, and I'm assuming you guys should have had access to it. It's from the quest town.
Yeah, defeat Strahd.
Okay, going back to my
The
notes.
objectives.
Yeah. Again, I can't have all the things open at once. I just needed someone to read them for me.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, so what were your particular questions here?
Well, I guess one of them is the Den of Wolves overlooking a mountain lake. You know anything about that? Where we would find a symbol of great hope, apparently.
The werewolves are most active around Kresk. So if you're looking for the den where they dwell, that's the area where I would start. I don't have much more information than that. They are quite uncivilized and very bloodthirsty brutes, though. And their aggression has intensified as of late. Thankfully, Valaki's walls and silver have kept us safe.
Any signs or indicators or reasoning as to why their aggression may have increased as of late?
Strahd's awakening within the past 3 months.
And if
Do you think that may also coincide with your daughter's, pardon me for a lack of better terminology here, but retardation?
There's a little bit of time difference there, but it could be. I don't know.
If I had a friend, hypothetically, that it became a werewolf, could I cure that?
I would probably consult the father of the local church, or you could check out the Abbey of St. Markovia in Kresk. Those would probably be your best references. Maybe a skilled magician that has the ability to remove curses either.
Speaking of that abbey, where is that abbey located from here?
It is near Kresk.
Father viewed as well too.
Got it. So the Wolf Den.
Yeah, Abbey.
Near Kresk.
Yeah, Abbey of St. Markovia is just outside of Kresk.
What about an ancient foe of an old and noble house? Are you the oldest noble house here? Does that sound?
Are you ancient?
Familiar? Probably family's probably been here a while.
You got that. Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, some generational wealth.
Sorry, one sec. We are the oldest house in Vallaki, at least. What was that reading again?
Do you have any ancient foes or anyone that that doesn't like you? Does Strahd really not like you? How does that work?
Very, very first.
Maybe we can talk about that further if you guys help me out. That's one detail I might not be quite ready to part with.
So you do know someone. I say that grab a knife. Interesting.
I might have something.
You didn't know how to use utensils.
Not for eating.
I just have one more question. The Vallaki camp outside of town. Have you heard of any commotion going on there, or have you ever seen any little girl being taken against her will recently?
Yeah, I was going to ask about if you knew anything about child napping.
Through my network, I've heard that the daughter of the leader of the Vistani Circle had been kidnapped recently, but not much more from there. I hear the investigation's still ongoing.
What is your network? How exactly does... Wait, who are they?
I have people that work for me. We are an old and noble house.
Now, of these kids going missing, do you believe that they may be turning them into chickens as part of their smuggling scheme?
Could be true.
I can't say.
Or other wildlife?
It's not chicken we're eating, right?
No, it's lamb.
Oh, okay.
But it could be. Maybe.
So you happen to ask about something I wasn't quite ready to share yet, but anything else that maybe I am?
I got one thing. It's kind of personal. Kind of addicted to dream pies. Do you have?
That's very good.
Yeah. Do you have any ways to get off that, or
Just with more dream pie, bud.
please don't?
Well, you could destroy the source. You could also
Destroy this
leave
sword.
Velaki for a bit, let some time pass.
I'll look over and
I
ask.
feel like that old lady would probably be easier. That's the most straightforward option.
This is my source right here.
So you're saying if we hunt down that hag and kill her, that would effectively alleviate everyone who's addicted to dream pies?
I don't know what a hag is, but we know that there is something dangerous about that woman.
So instead of dealing with my own problems, I can go on a side quest and blame it on others. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have an issue. Someone cursed me.
I don't have an issue, I was cursed.
Yeah.
And also, I want to be completely clear here. Hypothetically, if we were to want to kill Strahd to get out of here, would you be on board with that and want to help us?
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically, because we haven't explicitly been told that's what we have to do to leave, but it seems like he's kind of the big guy here.
And
I really hate vampires.
she kind of gets quiet,
Oh, she's definitely a vampire.
kind of knocks on the wood for a moment,
Because if you're a vampire, you're gonna have a bad time here.
and silence passed for a moment after you say that, but then you hear another knock back. I am not for him, at least. I am stuck respecting his power and therefore sometimes working with him. But I'm not going to stop anyone from attacking him. I'm not just going to I'm not necessarily going to do anything that'll put me and my house in obvious harm's way, but maybe assist in the side if it's of mutual beneficial interest.
Yeah, you help us instead. It'd probably be good to not have like a vampire god ruling over your whole town.
It could reinstate you with
At the
more
same time, it's hard
authority.
to believe that Strahd can be taken down. He's all powerful. But again, as long as it doesn't bring harm to my house, we could maybe work together if our interests align.
I feel like
Are you
that's
a vampire?
pretty much why we're here. Yeah.
Let's go outright and say it.
You're a vampire, right?
No,
One of those
of course
good
not.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't even need to use an insight check. I can tell you're lying straight up.
If you're not a
Do you want to
vampire-
use an insight check?
I'll use it, but I know you're not. I mean, I know you are.
If you're not a vampire, do you know if there are any in the city right now and where?
21 insight. What is your insight? Is crazy,
I got
apparently.
+10.
You don't sense any unnecessary abnormal speech patterns. You don't see unusual body movements. So she seems like she's telling the truth about not being a vampire.
Yeah, I still don't believe you. Yeah, you're definitely a vampire. I just don't tell Garrus next to me. Just keep up the lie. You're not gonna talk about it.
As far as we're aware, you guys took care of the last bit of vampires that were in town, but you never know. We don't quite know how they got into town there.
Are other people in your family vampires? Did Strahd, usurp?
No. We're an old noble house, but we are not vampires.
Yeah, let me guess, you haven't died in a while, have you? Alright.
Hey, maybe we're being a little bit brash to our
My bad, my fault.
She's been a very gracious host.
You have to be
Yes, to our host.
Thank
You have the lamb. If
And
it's
the
a
wine.
child.
I myself am. I fled House Walker as a child, in actuality, and was sheltered by an old woman named Lysa. But my family perished and so I came back to take over the house. My brother was set up to rule, or not rule, but take the house. He was lost in the same tragedy.
Nice. Killed your family so you could take over. I respect that.
Question on
Oh,
the,
yeah.
for you, Tay. When she was knocking, was she like knocking on the table or like knocking with her feet? Like, is there?
I will say knocked on the table. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well,
And you heard a knock back from like both the room to like the left and to the right. Like other people in the house are communicating something to her.
I've had a lot of wine. I need to go to the bathroom. Excuse me. That's just gonna.
Just get up and go.
as she starts getting up, I say, so you had something you wanted to ask of us to start to distract her?
We'll help you if you help us easily.
Yes. The bathroom should be near the kitchen. If you go straight through, he will take you right there.
Google.
Alec! And she calls the butler to escort you.
Just.
So he escorts you past the staircase, through the kitchen, into a room over there that seems bathroom-like. Lets you go inside. I assume you do so, and you close the door behind you. What do you do inside?
That's probably the only exit out of this room, is there? I don't think I have invisibility.
You hear the footsteps of Halleck disappear. Like he's no longer near the door.
Okay, then I'm
You
just
still hear the chef preparing food in the kitchen though, because this room is like right off the kitchen. The door opens up into it.
Okay, so for my mental map here, you said that when we heard the knock, it sounded like it came from the room to the left of the room. That
Yes, which you're not near now. Mm-hmm.
which I'm not here now.
The other knock came towards the direction of the kitchen, which you're near now.
Can I just amble on in there? Just
Amble on into the kitchen.
yeah, just whistling a nice little tune. Just
Okay, you walk back into the kitchen. The chef looks over, nods, and gets back to what he's doing.
Is he the only one in there?
In the kitchen. Mm-hmm.
Think this through.
Is she audible, just to confirm?
Slightly.
Yeah.
So talk a little louder, just in case.
Okay. I'm gonna go on over to the chef, and I'm gonna say, I just wanted to sing your praises. This lamb has been phenomenal tonight.
Oh, oui. I don't know what thank you is in French. I don't know why I then tried to be French.
French in Valaki? What a time! What a man! Well traveled.
Pretend he's talking in French now. Thank you.
Yes.
I also wanted to ask you, the lady of the house sent a message.
Merci.
And I thought it was really cool how you responded back to her. Can you teach me how to do that so that I can do that with my friends? Like, is there a code?
He grabs his large butcher knife, looks at you holding it up, and then he goes back to his prep and he slams it against the table twice. And you hear a very familiar sound, but a bit louder.
Mean.
He looks around again, gets close to you and whispers in your ear, "It's to make sure there's no spies watching."
How do you know there's no spies?
Practice.
Well, how do you want to practice? I want to be able to do it.
Use your eyes.
Fucking use your senses.
Okay.
Let me hand you this book. One sec. And he goes to his drawer and pulls out a book, and he hands it to you. And he suggests reading a particular page number, and you open it up to the tables of contents and see it says, Dungeons and Dragons Player's Handbook. And he's pointing to perception.
So meta.
No.
And would you mind if I just take this with me? Okay, great talking to you. I'm just gonna walk out of the room, just flipping through the book.
You've become sentient.
I'm gonna rejoin everyone else.
Okay, and while all this has been happening, so what do you all think of Valaki, given the time that you have spent here so far? This relates to my request.
I mean, yeah, it's tight. It's fun.
You guys
No
got
water.
weird things going on every single week, every Wednesday, but
He's trying to kill us.
alright.
I mean,
And
objectively, it
what's-
seems pretty horrible to live here. But like I've been, there's probably worse places.
And what do you think of the town's policies, culture? How
I
does
think
it
you're
compare to
forcing
your
the
own
culture down on people quite hard.
You
Making
say
them joy
we.
festivals.
You say we, but you know.
How do
who's
you
really
feel
doing
about
this, right?
the festivals, if that's the case?
I've
I-
recently found myself doubting the Baron's fitness to rule. The
Do we
Vlahoviches-
stage a mutiny?
The Vlahoviches family has
figurehead?
ruled Valaki ever since its first patriarch, Boris Vlahovich, founded the town nearly 500 years ago. And the Vlahoviches claim to have royal blood in their veins, and have always believed themselves to be superior to all others in the valley. And the current Baron is no different. He first came to power as burgomaster 11 years ago when his father, Baron Valentin Vlahovich, passed away in his sleep. Vargas is a firm believer in the superstition that the devil Strahd first arrived as a punishment for the sins of the Barovians' ancestors. He has therefore always had a strange fixation on the idea that happiness may one day allow Valakian people to return sunlight to the valley, hosting monthly festivals that most have always considered to be dull affairs. And then, Strahd awakened 3 months ago. His once harmless beliefs have become an obsessive fixation. He has instituted weekly festivals and attendance mandatory. He has absurdly criminalized the idea of malicious unhappiness, and some lawbreakers wind up in stocks, and some even get brought to his mansion for rehabilitation. We all know what that is. The local shoemaker was arrested last week, and he hasn't been seen since.
Sounds like a very dangerous person.
And with all this, he's additionally caused the refugees of Barovia to undergo so much more suffering than they should, because he won't welcome to the town out of fear of what will happen, and it's clearly abusing his power, causing significant suffering. And all of this is only possible because of his demonic henchman Isaac Strasny. So tell me, what are your thoughts on all this?
So,
Like a bad dude.
yeah, he seems like a bad dude. I like that he makes children drink. Yeah, he's got like a pretty cool wizard son. What are your thoughts on his son? Is he like a no-go?
I'm not fond of any of Vlahovich's myself. However, my daughter Stella didn't seem to mind him before she went vegetative.
Maybe we can talk to this guy and they can like come together, you know, and then we can.
What he's trying to say is we're on the same page with the block witches. The sun might be chill.
That's
Worst case scenario,
fine.
we have to kill the mayor guy and his little henchman.
The only my request is actually take out Ezek Strahd. That is my only request. Follow him, determine when he's vulnerable, maybe unaccompanied by guards and an easy target. And once he is dispatched, bring his head. And from there, I can do the rest. I can encourage Vargas to step down peacefully, and we can then quietly and peacefully shift the power, take charge of the town, and make sure things are done rightfully in Vallaki. Ezek, however, is a formidable foe. But he's a heavy drinker. We've secured a bottle of poisoned wine of his preference, and it will poison him for 1 hour. I could have this delivered to you tomorrow morning, should you accept this request.
I think we could do that. I got two questions for you.
Lay down.
One, what do we get in return for this? I know you said you could help us, but I guess this seems like a pretty big task, which is helping with our questions.
I should have that. I'm trying to find it. Oh, there it is. Once this shift in power has occurred, it'll be much easier to assist you. To start, you can take your selection of silvered weapons and ammunition from the town's guard store. Paid once I've taken over the Baron's place. You'd then be welcome to any of Ezek's silver battle axes and any of his stuff.
Yep. We're doing this.
And additionally, I would ensure the Barovian refugees would be permitted to safely enter town.
We'll talk about those guys.
Hey,
Care about us. So, I appreciate all that stuff there, but I guess one other question. Garrison brought it up, where we had floated the idea that potentially we might have to go to battle with Strahd. I guess I want to know is if we do this for you, can we rely on you and the town to help us if we need to? If we need your help?
I can't risk the town being obliterated, but I would do anything I could to assist you within my power that doesn't make the town dangerous.
I guess maybe if the time's right, you could send some of your strongest men. A small group, not a whole army, so it doesn't implicate the town.
We can figure this out down the road. Again, like as long as it doesn't hurt town, we can figure it out.
Nice.
And you guys posed a question earlier that I said I was not ready to answer. I could probably answer it then.
Excellent. I have one other question.
Mm-hmm.
More related to your daughter Stella. What was the relationship between Stella and the Baron's son? I guess, can you talk more on that? Sounded like you knew a little bit about that.
6 months ago, against my better judgment, mind you, she began visiting Victor repeatedly. They spent a lot of time in the Baron's house. Didn't see much more though.
If we could cure Stella, what would you give for that?
I, of course, don't have that written down, so I'm trying to find it.
You're good.
I don't know, but we can figure that out.
Yeah, I think
We've tried everything in our power, though, so I'm not optimistic.
I'm super optimistic, bud. We will do both for you. Cure Stella and defeat your boy.
Let's start with Isaac. I'm sure that can be successful.
Agreed. Do you vampires do like a shake on this, or like?
Do you?
We get in front of the mirror and we shake in front of the mirror while looking at it, yes.
Yeah, let's talk in front of the mirror real quick.
So you walk to the nearby mirror and begin prepping the shaker hand, you look in it, and
Wasn't
you
there
see her
garlic
reflection
in the
and your
lamb?
reflection.
Okay.
Wasn't there garlic in the lamb? I just presumed that there
Quite
was.
insightful, Cider.
Nah, this is some trick. She's one of those modern day vampires.
Oh.
You said you have like poison wine for us for Isaac?
Yes, we could have that delivered to you tomorrow morning.
Nice.
Nice.
And if
we
we...
assume you know where we live, or do you need us to give you your ID or
Well aware.
something? Weird.
If we sample in this wine, is that gonna cause some issues?
Sample. It'll probably cause you some issues and make the tool a little less useful. I'm sure
does
he
this
wants to
poison
make sure
do?
the bottle's untampered with. Right
What
now,
does
it
this
looks
poison
very.
do?
It will poison him for an hour, so he will be a little less effective. And in terms of D&D mechanics, it's literally the poison condition, which is disadvantage on attack rolls,
Okay,
maybe some
gotcha.
saving throws. I don't know.
I think he does now.
I could Google.
All right. Then I guess tomorrow we'll be awaiting. Where did you say we could probably find him?
We have to figure that out ourselves.
There's no way. Nah.
No, we haven't seen him at the inn.
This girl's got
have we?
holes and insights everywhere. She's gotta know.
This thing we gotta do on our own.
Your camera
Okay.
disconnected. Oh, I just grabbed the wrong tab. Why?
Steven, where am I in your screen? Am I like this way? Or am I this way?
No.
This way?
Yep.
So I'm
Down
down.
too.
So if I'm pointing up at you.
You're pointing at Tay right now,
I
but
did
I'm
the wrong
above Tay.
thing. Okay.
On mine, you're pointing at me.
You're above Tay. Are you like in two columns, Steven?
Yeah, there's two columns here. This is
Expand your Discord, so it becomes two rows. Then you should be in the
No,
center.
no. If you close the
there we
little
go.
ad thing, it becomes two
Nice, two
columns. Yeah.
now Michael, if you point up here. Yeah,
That's me.
like-
This is you?
yeah, right now.
So Steve's pointing to me when he points up, and when
Where are
Mike's
you
pointing
going?
up,
You're over
He's
here.
pointing
Right above you.
No,
Nice.
I'm dead middle top,
Yeah.
and Mike, you're below me. Steve's
Yeah.
Or
He's over here, right?
I'm this way.
right
Steve's,
here.
Steve's that way.
Poking
He's this way.
No, Mike,
Brian,
that's
Brian,
Tay.
left.
No, Brian.
Are you
Brian,
poking me,
no,
Steve?
it is this way.
No, Brian, you're to my right. You're over here, Brian.
Oh, because the
No,
way
no
you're
one's over
pointing
here.
first.
No one's over
was
here.
me.
Yeah.
So,
Riveting stuff, boys.
Good job, guys.
We figured
Isaac
something.
generally receives a midday meal and a case carrying 2 bottles of wine shortly after noon in Velaki Square, delivered by the Baron's cook, Tereska. He then speaks with various spies throughout town. His afternoon schedule is highly variable, but he reliably finishes the first bottle of wine by dusk drinks the second bottle shortly after.
Just 2 bottles a day, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
Healthy.
How many
Especially
bottles of
since
poison wine do you have?
We have 1 bottle.
What is the poison specifically? Like, what is it from?
It's from Cusco.
The poison for Cusco.
It's from some native plants of Barovia. I am not the expert there.
You know who would be?
I can make sure that information is shared by Ernst when he delivers the wine tomorrow.
That'd be fantastic.
I got a plan, gang, but it's not privy to the vampires, so I'll tell you all later how we do this.
I bet.
I'm down.
The vampire. Dude's not dropping it. He's seen all the proof he can.
Seen all the proof I need. Old noble with spies? Yeah, okay.
Regardless, we accept
additional information about Ezek that you should know as well. And maybe a little background on him too while we're there. So he was 10 when he lost his arm and his younger sister to wolves. His parents were consumed by grief shortly after and died, and the poor girl's body was never found either. He was quite troublesome in his youth, mocked mercilessly for his limbs, and the limbs. And the mocking stopped when several of his tormentors mysteriously vanished. No bodies, of course. Year later, the boy was arrested by the town guard and brought to the Vlahovic estate. And whatever his crime, was pardoned by Baron Vargas. And took him in as though adopting a stray dog. And he served the family for years. At 16... he grew a new arm, if you could call it that. If you've seen him, it's the fiendish, grotesque arm, more akin to like a demon's appendage. And the same day that he regrew this arm is the day that Baron Valentine, Baron Vargas' father, was declared dead in his sleep. Curious coincidence, yes?
Do we know Rita's backstory?
Timing suspect.
Wasn't she presumed
What'd you
dead?
say, Joe?
You learned something 2 sessions ago from the library that noted that there was an Irina related to Ezek that was presumed dead. Irina Strahd. That new arm gives him unnatural strength and fire. Real conjurable fire from his very hand. And so he's been used by Vargas for his talents as a personal enforcer since. So he regularly beats citizens, burns homes, extorts using those skills, and again, this is why the Baron's been in power. So beware of fire and that strength. He is not weak. Do not take him for granted. That is why the poison was suggested.
So it sounds like if we were to just kind of start fighting him and attack him in the city, in the street, people probably wouldn't mind too much if we tried to kill him.
Possibly.
In front of him.
You might run the risk of the blocky guard coming to his aid should there be people nearby, or if he can call for aid.
I mean, if we can prove that we can beat him, then the guard probably won't bother us.
It'd be best to try.
You can never know. You might risk someone that would look to get into the Baron's favor. The Baron obviously wouldn't want to lose his big, mighty dog. And he might get rewarded for saving such, so tread carefully.
Got it. Alright, well, I think some guy questions. I think we got all we need.
Any more questions that I can assist you with that aren't related to this as well? Any topics still?
Should we talk to Stella?
We got to dinner.
Where'd you get the lamb?
If you really must know, I can have the person who delivers your poison tomorrow share that information as well.
Yes, thank you. Yes, it just doesn't seem feasible out here, but you know, I could be wrong.
Feasible.
Yes, you learn some things every now and again, Cider.
He's been really good at reading recently. He's been learning fast.
Wow.
Well, I think we got nothing else.
Yeah.
Should we talk to Stella? Any value in that?
What'd you say? We can't hear you.
I said, should we talk to Stella?
Yeah. Will you let us talk to Stella? Or are you gonna be weird about
I don't think it would have any merit. I could bring her down if you want her to investigate her and see if you could cure her. I don't expect anything, but I could bring her down.
Bring her down.
Yeah. I will bring her
She
down.
calls the butler in by clapping. Yes, madam. Can you fetch Stella if she's awake? Yes, madam. And he goes off, brings Stella down, still in that vegetative state, and sits her down on the couch, and she's just staring off into space.
So,
Hi, girl. Do we have a... Is detect magic, is that a spell, or...
That is a spell you would have to have in your spell list.
I do not have that. Does anybody have detect magic?
no, but I can start chopping and see what happens.
What?
Chopping?
Can I do like a
Yeah.
medicine check
No.
on her? Just to see if this is-
You can do a medicine check.
Can I also do a medicine check too?
Yeah, you can. Between the two of you, you kind of just inspect any parts of her body that you can for medical health, and nothing seems abnormal. You can tell that her muscles aren't getting much use because of this vegetative state. She's not moving around much, but that's all you can tell.
Has she been talking at all, or just kind of in this spacing out state? I say.
She's just been in this spacing out states. She does not talk.
Got it. Okay.
What was she like before this?
Oh, she was quite the charming girl. She had a lot of interest in magic. She didn't really like. She didn't like me, honestly. She didn't like town.
That's such a mom of a teenager thing. Like me much.
But she was absolutely delightful.
You said she dabbled in magic. What kind of magic are we talking about?
Well, I saw her just researching magic. She had books on... I don't really remember the details, unfortunately.
I guess have you
see those books?
Yeah, or
I don't remember what they are. I have them on my person, sorry.
They're not in her room or anything?
Research her room.
You haven't earned that much trust yet.
I guess if we're not able to search the room yet, have you seen any of like these symbols? And whoever has that one ring that we got from the Vistani that has the symbols on it, whatever it is,
I think that might be me.
pull it out.
Mhm.
Was she messing with these symbols at all? Have you seen her playing with these types of things?
That doesn't mean anything to me, so I don't
Not
know.
an attentive mother. Got it.
I could see why she didn't like you.
Didn't take an interest.
I have no more questions for her.
I have the same idea. If I hold it in front of her, in front of her face, is there any like recognition or any flicker of anything?
She's just staring off in space. You put the ring in front of her and she doesn't even notice that it's there. You move it closer and closer and closer and she's not reacting at all.
What if we went to talk to Victor and see if he knows any magical stuff that she was doing? Since they were so close, apparently.
I 100%. Alright, well, I say we get out of here. I think we've overstayed our welcome a little bit.
Why? Why on the overstay part, not
I've
why
been
on
passing gas non-stop.
It's completely natural. Don't be ashamed.
At the dinner table.
About to get bad.
Lamb's been known to do that to visitors on occasion.
What is in the lamb that's doing that?
Oh, it's a new meat that most people don't get to actually lavish in.
Well, thanks for your hospitality, and I guess we'll see you when we see you after we do the deed.
All right, best of luck. Hi. She calls the butler to escort you out and get your coats and takes you out.
Ding,
Thank you.
All right. With that,
Come on, Gooners.
what do you guys do?
Head back
What
home.
time is it right now?
Yeah, it's pretty EP time.
Late.
Yeah, it's gonna be late. It's gonna be like 9 p.m.
I think we probably just head back,
Uh,
call it a night. I will say, on the way
Wait,
back,
Do we want to like game plan what we want to do tomorrow as well?
yeah. I have some ideas, but I'm curious from your guys' perspectives. First, Stella, do you guys think that the Baron's son's ghost, do you think that's like Stella's essence?
You guys
Something
keep
like
going
that?
That was what I was thinking.
That's a
Very well
ghost.
could be.
Yeah,
How could that be?
yeah.
It's a ghost.
What's your magic, bud? That's what I thought.
I did.
Can you cast spells? I don't think so.
Yeah. Stay in your lane. There's some moon pie.
He's the only non-magical
Don't
person
throw
here
moon
who
pies
can make
at him
fun
right
of
now. We need his brute strength for the next day. We don't need him incapacitated right
I
now.
guess I can see there's like I can see a way where maybe there's a curse where her essence and soul got put into somehow her and the Baron boy were fucking with shit. And
experimenting.
fucked with shit. And now Stella's essence and soul is trapped there, and so she's just a bitch.
Yeah, my Baron boy want to do that. So
Go on, maybe not.
It could have been an accident.
I guess it's the Baron boy. That's why Baron wanted us to go help find stuff. Maybe to help cure her. Maybe they didn't need to.
curses don't happen on accidents. That's what my papa always said. If
Your
I
papa's
ever
a
knew
fool.
him.
Your papa's a fool. Yeah, that's what I thought.
I think most curses are accidents. Now that I think about it.
So,
Like, you don't know you're going to get cursed. It's just...
Yeah.
You don't know if you're going to get uncursed
Yeah,
as
you
well.
think that guy knew he was going to be a chicken? Yeah.
Yeah. But so what are we thinking? We pick up the wine early tomorrow. Do we go check out Baron Boy or Rictavio, or do we try and do both before we deliver wine at
I'll say
lunchish?
with the Baron boy would be good because then we could ask about Stella, and then that's also what the cook of the Baron is the one that delivers the wine, so we could sneak in the wine while we're there.
I mean, that's a good thought.
Yeah.
And then we can hit up Rictavio thereafter, because we have until dusk, realistically.
Right.
We have to
So
make
we good,
where he is, though.
Go there.
Yeah,
We gotta spend some time trailing on him.
Yeah, we gotta trail him all day.
it's true.
Unless there's like something. Yeah.
Maybe we hit up Rictavio first.
Or how well can we control this crow? What if we
Stop
have
listening
Probably not
to
as
me.
well as he...
and then we say, hey crow, tell us when he's drinking it by cawing.
Starting to rub her eyes, but what's going on with bedtime routine?
Do we
Yeah.
see the crow anywhere?
I don't think it's
The
a
crow
good
did
idea.
carry silver inside for us.
Whoa, tough it out.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's shoot for. Yeah, it's not.
I guess maybe we have time. We go to Rictavio first. If we don't, then maybe we just do Rictavio a different day or something. Or maybe we just have one of us trail the Baron while the everyone else goes to Rictavio. Whoever's sneaky. Garrus is pretty sneaky.
I'm pretty sneaky. People.
Yeah.
We could split up and we could both trail, and you guys could do Rictavio or Baron's son.
Yeah.
And then where would we reconvene and when, roughly? We'd have to rendezvous.
We should have... We'll yell caw.
Just throughout the streets, we just yell caw.
You
I hear a echolocation!
We don't have the streets unlocked. We don't know.
But I guess we know that the crow will follow us, especially Garrus, so I guess the crow could just be high in the sky going house to house for a while we follow the Baron. And then once the Baron has guzzled, then
Not the Baron.
we send then we send the crow to like do a big circle flying in the sky right above us, and we're in the middle of that.
So, I gotta admit, I've been known to be dumb, right? Why do we need to visit Rictavio in this day?
Efficient, baby.
Dude, we speed running.
I guess we don't need to visit Rictavio tomorrow. I guess that's fair.
Could ask him if anyone knows where he is tonight.
But see, like, also, if we take out Bodyguard Boy, that's gonna throw a lot of heat throughout the city.
Yeah, that could change stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe for the better, maybe for the worse. See what you mean?
We might have to lie low for a day or two.
If anyone sees us.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Baron's also likely gonna cause an uproar when he finds out his bodyguard, didn't come home or whatever.
Yeah, I also don't want like all of us to like sneak and trail the Baron because that one of us.
No, I definitely don't think we all should. I like just the idea of one.
Just the sneakiest. And then they gotta have some way to signal the rest of us.
Which that also opens up the time for the rest of us to do Rictavio if we can find him.
Yeah.
Which is another thing, because we don't know where he's going to be.
I mean, maybe... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, so if the Baron gets in a position where we can attack, we're on the opposite side. Like as soon as he drinks the wine, there's 1 hour.
Yeah.
So
he's got two things of wine. We don't know which one he's going to drink first.
Here's the thing, because like he's gonna... Here's what I'm thinking. We go to the Baron's son's house, we distill it, we plant the wine, and then we have like 5 or 6 hours until dusk when he normally finishes the bottle to go do
That's the second bottle. We don't know which bottles he's drinking.
Yeah, so I was thinking maybe we split the bottle in like half, so that he drinks half.
So then the seal's going to be broken, and that's going to be suspicious.
As soon as he drinks one bottle, we have to be ready to
I guess we just gotta
get
hope that
into
he drinks
Don't you have
alright.
like mending that we could like open to mend the seal?
I do have
I
mending,
don't.
actually.
Digitation or whatever.
I do have mending, that's a good idea. So maybe we do.
We could also see if the bottles like look differently, and just set off a different signal if he drinks.
Maybe he's a real
poison
wine
first.
connoisseur, and he has one vintage specifically for the morning and one for the evening. We'd have to find out when we get there.
I do like...
So then we could pursue that, but then have a contingency after.
Yeah, maybe where we mark the bottle with the poison on it, so he gets the full dose of poison. That way it's fully effective when he drinks it, and then whenever the person trailing him sees he drinks it, that's when we do our calls. Well, I guess sees him finish it. Because I assume he's not just going to chug it all in one sitting. He's probably going to
You never know with this
that
guy.
stuff for a while.
You never know with this guy.
So maybe
It seems
what
like
we'll
he
do...
might just slam it all really fast in one
I
go.
hope he doesn't slam it all, that'd be crazy. But maybe what we do is go Stella, plant the bottle, mark the bottle. Garrus follows him. As soon as Garrus sees that he's starting to drink it, he gives us a signal like the crow circles in the air or something, tells the crow to do something. We make our way, the rest of us make our way back. And then by that time, he should probably finish the bottle and we should be able to fight him.
We gotta find this crow first, though.
Yeah.
Or is it a raven? I don't actually remember.
I guess it's a raven.
Yeah, is that raven that followed us around still hovering around us?
I guess
Anyway.
calling for him.
I've imagined all this happening as you guys are walking back to
Yeah,
the
we're like
inn.
walking back. Yeah.
Mhm. So you could call for the raven and no response.
Might take a little bit. But if the raven signal does work, then I guess in between, until we're waiting for the symbol, maybe that's when we look for Octavio, the rest of us. And then we stay kind of nearby. I guess we just keep our eye out where the raven is and we don't go too far away from it. If the raven works. If it doesn't, then we all just trail in. Yeah.
Need another signal.
I mean, the town's not too incredibly large. If I see him, I could just run and get you guys.
You wouldn't know where
Yeah,
we
know
are.
where we are.
We'd have to decide on a location that would be.
That
Does anyone have communication spells? I am
sure
trying
don't.
to remember message, sending.
Nope.
I can throw my axe in the air.
I do not.
I have dancing lights. I could throw those up into the.
What's the range on it?
That's not bad.
It's like I could throw it up into the air like a flare.
Yeah.
That could work.
So then it would have to be Pep and Garrus going together.
Yeah, Pep and Garrus would have to go together. Sneak, follow the Baron, and then throw
We've
the
done it
light
before.
in the air.
I think it.
Yeah, you guys have done it. You guys are pro sneakers. And then the rest of us will look for Octavio. And if we find him, great. If we don't, in time, then we just go back and meet up with the gang when the time's right.
I think it's also going to be fairly safe to assume that Bodyguard Man's going to be around Baron at that time. Is likely around his residence, so we've got a rough idea of where he may be to begin with. Even if we don't find Octavio, we can start like heading in that direction, if you will.
Yeah, I like that.
Either that or we get to the center of town, so regardless of where the lights
Yeah.
are, that's
Yeah.
That works
the
better.
center is equal distance from every point.
I guess, yeah.
Shortest
I like that
period of
better.
time.
Shortly before dusk, we get to the center of town.
Hey, Ninja, who's possessing you?
Really just have gone hard at this reading thing.
When did you pick up these
Oh, I've heard.
books?
Oh, I've heard.
Rumor has it through the grapevine.
I guess there's
The
only one last
derivative.
thing that we gotta think about for tomorrow is this chicken boy's gonna wake up.
Yeah.
Give him another pie.
We could just give him another.
We could just keep him drugged for a day. I also have a whole moon pie that I haven't touched at all, so.
Oh,
You got whole moon pie.
Well, the moon pie will last like 8 to 10 hours or something, so we're gonna have to drug him in the morning, and
Hold
then
on,
before dusk, we'll have to drug him again.
I got a crazy idea. Why don't we just have the bartender look after him?
I don't know how well that's gonna work.
If the boy leaves, okay.
Technically, we did. We don't know if the boy wanted to become a boy because, person background for you, Michael, he was pretty proud to be the chicken of Esmeralda.
Mhm.
He was very proud of that fact.
He was proud of it?
Yeah, so we may have just inducted a kid.
Dude was so sentient, though.
Yeah, and
Like,
we
not a
snuck him
chicken.
upstairs, so the bartender doesn't know either.
And you didn't ask him if he wanted to be a human?
Nah.
No. Yeah.
When you remove curses, you don't ask.
Yeah, we are waiting to see about that when he wakes up.
Yeah, we're done for sure. Okay.
Well, I guess we'll talk to him in the morning, and if he's chill, great. If not, we're just chucking some pie down and golden.
No. That doesn't make too much of a difference if he leaves us.
Yeah.
What's he gonna do? Like, tell
He's got
people
nothing.
that he was a chicken and we turned him into a boy? Who's gonna believe him?
Yeah, right?
As you guys continue talking, been talking a while, so you've made it all the way back to the inn, and something's off. You notice the inn is closed to non-guests for the evening. The windows and doors are shut to the public, so outsiders can't peer in. And you see the debris from broken tables and chairs have been placed outside by the shed. Glass from the broken windows has been swept away into a neat pile.
Boy, oh boy, it might be. Start walking towards the room.
That doesn't look good.
So you start climbing up the stairs towards the second balcony, and you see debris lining the pathway to your room. And you look down, and you can see Erwin Martikov with a broom and dustpan gathering splinters and shards from the taproom floor. And you go to open your room, and inside you see everything is destroyed. This room has been searched and ripped apart to find something. Someone's been here. The boy is not there.
No!
Did we get him killed?
Yeah, we're going to jail.
We screw everything tomorrow, we just gotta leave now.
We're changing governments so that we don't go to jail.
Actually, yeah, we have to do this tomorrow.
We have to actually kill this guy now. Or we'll go to prison.
Oh man, CPS down this.
They do. The way
They don't mess around.
Did we notice any of like our possessions are missing?
Do you guys have things stored in the room?
I don't know.
I
I
didn't
don't really have much.
Did we have any silver stored in there, or were we holding on to it?
I think we were holding it all at that point.
We hid some outside of the town too.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Go talk to the bartender guy, I guess.
Yeah. Let's ask what's happening, yo.
So you guys make your way downstairs, walk, and approach him. Hey, oh, it has been hectic while you were gone. Welcome back. So, you guys have a woman friend, right?
Had a woman friend.
She's at the church.
She's at the church. Okay, so she's safe. Izek Strasny was here with guards and demanded the location of a woman matching her description. And I did my best to, try to deter him, but that I can't deny him. So he entered, he searched, he went through your possessions. We did manage to... you had a boy that was kind of unconscious in the room, so he's
The child,
he's
don't worry
current-
about it.
He's fine.
He's currently in our room. Why didn't he wake up? We shook and he just wouldn't awake.
Yeah, he's a heavy.
He's been through a lot lately. He's real tuckered
So
out.
much. It's impossible to wake him up.
You're right.
Okay.
Anyways, can you look after him tomorrow?
You have our boy? I mean, you have...
He is safe in our room, yes. So we can bring him back, I guess. Is he gonna wake up?
He might be asleep for another day.
Yeah, watch him tomorrow.
Yeah, would you be able to watch him all tomorrow? We'll pay you.
I don't want to volunteer anybody, but Escanor, you could mend some of the bar as a
Yeah, I
pay.
could help prepare the bar here if you just watch him over for a day.
I can do that. How does he know you guys? What do I tell him when he wakes up? He hasn't met me before.
Just say cock-a-doodle.
Yeah, or
Eat some eggs.
Speak to him in his native tongue.
Give him some eggs.
So he likes eggs.
No, give him
Okay.
some worms.
Scrambled,
Give him some worms.
fried.
No.
Boiled.
Whole eggs. Just fresh from the market. Just give him like 4 or 5, and
He'll be
don't
really
judge
nice.
him if he sits on them.
Okay.
Now keep him put.
What should I serve
But
the eggs in?
No. Just
Give him
yeah,
eggs.
just give him the eggs.
Just give him the
basket
eggs.
of eggs.
A basket of eggs. Okay. This is quite strange, but I will meet my customers' needs.
And can you give him a drink and then while he's saying that, I reach in my pocket and I just grab a fistful of moon pie and I like smash it up so no one can see what it is. I just have it in my hand. I say, "Can you give him a drink and just put some of this in his drink? It's protein for him. He's a growing boy."
You're drugging him? That's why you're not doing it?
No. This is it's protein.
You just let him know he's
Did
safe.
you guys
Wakes up.
kidnap this boy?
No, you clearly,
We saved him.
clearly don't lift, bro. It's protein powder.
Yeah, you don't force this upon someone. That stuff's nasty. That is not good for you.
We technically didn't force him. He's already out.
He was already out, so technically we just slid it down his throat. But
Couldn't bear it.
Make it better.
Alright, look.
Okay, you gotta tell me more. Where did this boy come from?
You're not gonna believe it when we tell you.
Be honest here.
You're not gonna believe us when we tell you.
He was a chicken. He's a chicken man.
Thus the eggs. This makes perfect
Thus the
sense.
egg.
Continue.
It was cursed.
That's pretty much it.
That's it. He was a chicken. We found a scroll
We
underneath
got him like
her,
3 hours ago.
and he turned back into a boy.
He's trying to take a read on you guys.
Look, I could take what? Hey, Michael Rose, the IRL person, what's the test you take? To see if you're
Test I
lying.
take?
A lobotomy test.
Yeah, love.
So
I could take a lobotomy test.
Oh, polygraph. Yeah, polygraph.
I don't know what that is, but you guys seem like you're not horrible people, and seem
That's great. I'm glad you think that.
you're better than Isaac at least.
Look,
We just
and-
tried to
I might
drug a child in
question
front
you
of you
guys.
that we kidnapped 3 hours ago.
So,
I'm going to be present for this talk when the child awakes, and make sure he is safe.
Yeah,
And
look,
we'll
again,
keep him in
we're
our room
dividing.
for the night.
Okay, good. Because there was
This is for the greater good.
no beds for him, honestly. We all slept there. And again, we only drugged him because we had a party.
There's too
We
much
couldn't
going
get a
on.
babysitter.
I'll get his side. I'll get his side of the story when he wakes up.
Yo, I really
I'm
don't
just saying, if you need to drug him tomorrow morning, I can give you some pie. He's 2 months back. I know babysitters can be expensive these days.
We have 2 kids. It's fine.
Alright, good. Well, I'll get
so you're
mending.
used to
So
this.
you're gonna help mend the place then, right?
I'll get mending for you right
Okay,
away.
wonderful.
I don't know how mending works. So. This is after we're mending and we're all in a room. I have one last thing about tomorrow to say, but I don't know if we're there yet. So,
I wanted to ask the bartender if he saw Rictavio that day. If he's around.
Rictavio? He's returned. Yes, I believe he's in his room at the moment.
Oh, snap.
Oh. Do we want to
You know how if he's a light sleeper?
I don't know.
Solve everything now. Just talk to let's just do this now.
He always comes down in the morning for his a bag of goodies that he requested. So I'm sure he'll be in the morning too.
I think they go meet him
could
now.
just do it now.
Yeah, let's go meet him now.
We're not going to do that. I promise.
He's kind of in a private room. So do you want me to go retrieve him and bring him down?
No, we could go up there and knock.
We're civil at times.
I'll bring him down. I don't think you understood. Private room. He's in like our quarters. So I'll go get him.
Oh.
Yes, please do.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
Yeah, no, I understand him. Yeah.
I don't think we can just boy with him.
So he
You'll
walks
have
up
to tell
the
me
stairs
twice.
and goes all the way across the balcony, past 3 rooms towards another, and knocks on that to see if he's awake. And the door opens, and he talks a little bit, and you see then coming out is Rictavio, and he heads towards you guys. Hello, friends. Rictavio is here. How can I help you?
Can I say, before he brings him to us, I want to ask, what do we want to actually say to him?
We're just gonna torture him, right?
Well,
I think we just say his real name.
We're just going to sell him, we know his real name.
I like that. Maybe we just say, hey, start by saying, hey, your real name, where's Arabella? Because he's the one that we think took Arabella. Is that right?
He's a suspect, at least.
He's a suspect. Yeah, maybe we say, hey, insert name here. What's your done with Arabella? I like that.
Sure.
I don't know his name, so I'll let you take that, Gary.
It's Von Richten. I don't remember what his first name was.
This is the smartest plan I've heard all day.
Is it Rudolph Von Richten?
That's right.
Yeah. Alright. Break. And now he's going down.
Friends, hello! It is Octavio. How can I help?
You!
Rudolph Von Richten? What'd you do with the little girl, Arabella?
And he takes his cane immediately, pushes the end of it up against your mouth, and raises his finger.
So
He looks left and right at. He looks
We
left
can go
and
talk
right
in
at
our
each
room
of
or
you.
something if you want.
Prove you are not servants of Strahd von Zarovich right here and now.
How to prove that besides I just saying I want to kill him.
I've killed a lot of undead. I don't like
Garrus, make persuasion check.
This guy hates vampires. You should see what
And
he's talking about.
oh god, what's your Escanor? Make one as well. You're helping.
I'm not persuasive, to be honest with you.
Ooh. That
I
is
promise.
not enough. What other evidence do you have?
We got
We
the
got-
reading
wait,
from
wait,
Nata
wait.
Eva. We got the tarot cards that tell us of things we need to find.
Yeah, I
Kill
have. Yeah. Oh, I also have a lot of tongues.
He's literally he's a cleric of Lathandar. I don't know what else we can tell him.
I am not a servant of a vampire. I have tongues.
Do you think vampires would let werewolves walk among them?
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Hypothetically
Wait.
speaking.
Hypothetically.
Is your leg covered?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. The werewolves will work for him. Yes.
Okay, we were just wondering. No other reason.
Thanks for the education.
How do we? Oh wait. We gotta have some. Like
I've killed plenty of
we
them.
gotta have some notes in our inventory. Wait, what is this vampire porn excerpt?
Oh, didn't we have a note about Irene? You know? Was that a thing? Hold on.
Oh, you had
please, Rudolph.
You had something. It's probably in your journal notes. Would be my guess. Their handouts.
Oh, Mr. Rudolph.
Letter from Colion. Everyone knows Colion. It's got a seal and everything. You know Colion? And I hand him the letter. Look at this. Like this? Huh?
That's will do.
Yeah.
She is safe.
Good.
I could take you to see her now, or we could go tomorrow morning.
Oh, how long will this take? We're kind of on a tight schedule tomorrow.
We're busy
Depends on
tomorrow.
you.
We could be a quick. Yeah, we could. Wait. As long as we're back by 11.
Just trying to make sure she's safe and we gets back to where she belongs eventually.
Follow closely, and he starts heading towards the door to lure you guys.
Lure.
Follow.
Good job, guys. That
Yeah,
went
better word for
that
that.
went pretty smoothly.
Charming as hell, he's luring me.
He's baiting us.
That's alright.
I'm okay with it.
You guys follow him all the way to Arisek's stockyard, and he goes pretty close to his wagon, and then in a shed that is empty nearby, he then pulls you guys in, and let's first of all get there.
This guy's manhandling me. I kind of like it.
Oh hey, I didn't
Pulling me
remember
in?
that. That's
Okay.
wonderful. So there's
Hey,
image of
there's a
Arisek's
shed.
stockyard, yes, and he takes off his disguise.
Disguise. Oh my god, he's so cool.
I'm wizard.
Rudolph, you're badass.
My name is
definitely look
Rudolph
much
van
like a
Richten. Rictavio is my disguise, so that they did not notice the vampire hunter was near.
You're a vampire hunter? What's the monkey?
What?
What?
The monkey.
What does that mean?
Is he a vampire monkey hunter?
I don't understand.
What?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Isn't it the guy with the monkey?
No!
Oh, he's got like a tiger or something.
No, no, no,
It's
no,
hard.
no.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a different guy.
Yeah.
I could pull up that image if I need to, but he's wearing like a jester hat that you're thinking of.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
voices were similar. I was gonna get
I'm sorry. My voices aren't perfect.
You the
So-
monkey boy?
Arabella is in the wagon. Until recently, I had been laying low at the Tower of Lake Bartok. However, that changed when I saw a Vistani man carrying a wriggling sack to a golden-haired vampire spawn on the banks of Lunar River, and I recognized the vampire as Esther, a bard from Barovia who joined the Barovians' revolt. So I attacked the pair without hesitation, killed the Vistana, scarring the vampire who fled, and then opened the sack and discovered the young Vistani girl inside. She introduced herself as Arabella, though she did not know why she'd been taken. And using my talisman of echoes, I interrogated the dead Vistana's severed head and learned the truth. Strahd had issued a bounty on young girls matching Arabella's precise and unique description. Dark-haired, olive-skinned lavender irises. Returning her to the Vistani camp would only expose her to further danger. So we agreed it was not an option. We returned to my tower, and I hid my horse, covered the wagon to disguise it, and we returned here with my disguise active as well. And she's been staying inside Rictavia's Carnival of Wonders. And I've brought food to her daily.
We were so close to getting her earlier.
At least she's safe.
Can we see her?
Yet. One moment. Because there was something else important. Though the Tower of Lake Bartok contained a permanent anti-magic field that would block Strahd's scrying, I knew that Strahd would also be well aware of this fact, making the tower one of the first places he would search. So, as a precaution, Arabella has my spare amulet of proof against detection and location, one that I had once given to and later received from a former student. So you wish to talk to her?
We do have a fat reward counting on getting her back to where she's from.
I'm sure they are concerned for her safety.
Yeah, they were pretty upset about
I mean,
this
we
whole
couldn't
situation.
also just take care of the underlying problem of the disease, just eliminate Strahd.
That's why we're
a
here.
minute though.
So he leads you guys to the wagon, producing a key from his sleeve, and opens the door. And inside you see a soft bed of straw, a comfortable woolen blanket, a few books, and a young Vistana girl, disturbed from the bed and now getting up.
Arabella, happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Whoa!
Happy birthday, Arabella!
And I hand over my toy. Your grandmother wanted you to have.
Yeah, we did all the toys for you.
Yeah, here's my guillotine.
It's all with its mouth sewn shut.
Thank you!
Arabella.
Greetings, those from outside the mists, and thank you for your efforts to find me. I'm sorry you sustained such wounds along the way. And Von Richten looks surprised. You were expecting them? And she nods. I had a premonition that someone would follow in our tracks, so I left multiple clues. A Tarka card, a bracelet, a handkerchief, and a ring to guide those I saw to us. And she turns towards Von Richten. Thank you for keeping me safe, but we both knew this couldn't last forever. These people present a long-term solution that is more likely within reach.
We found every one of those clues as well.
You did. You just forgot them over the span of 3 months.
Arabello!
Oh, we did. Nice. Arabello.
Yeah, do you want to go back to your folks?
Yeah, you seem like you could see the future. I guess what should we do?
And at this
What do you see in our
time,
future?
you hear a voice from behind you and coming out of the shadows. What a fascinating story! And a man emerges from a nearby alley, and you recognize him as Aragal. He was the second man from the Vistani camp that seemed to be speaking very similar to like the leader's level.
Oh, this guy's definitely bad news.
Yeah. I'm gonna take my bow out.
Thank you, friends, for your aid and guidance. Arabella, your father is very worried. You must come back with me to the camp. And Von Richten, seeing him, burst with energy. This man is a spy for Strahd. While I was acquiring paints from the camp, I saw him speaking to a bat in the woods nearby. She cannot go with them. Please, please, defend her. And he goes to his belt and retrieves a sword, and it draws and is patiently waiting to read Aragal. Arabelle turns towards all of you. Please, please, stop them. Help them see reason. There's no need to fight. There's no need to fight.
Arabelle says that?
That sounds pretty cut dry.
Arabelle says that.
I trust Arabelle with my life.
There's always a need to fight.
I don't know. If he's working with the vampires, he's gotta go.
Well, we could just cut out his tongue. I could use another.
I'm saying we can do a quick torture. Very quick
Cut out his
torture.
eyes, get rid of 2 eyes, get rid of the tongue. Get rid of some ears.
How does that sound, Arabella? Is that okay?
Arabella.
Get rid of
This
his tongue.
man kidnapped Arabella for nefarious purposes.
Arabelle, if you don't want us to kill him, at least let us cut out his tongue, eyes, and ears.
Yeah, what do you want us to do?
That
with
shouldn't
Let
be
us
necessary. Let's
permanently
talk.
make-
Let's talk.
Can I?
He'll never be safe when he's alive.
Can you help defuse the situation?
Who's Arabelle talking? Because all of us want this situation to get...
We are fusing the situation.
You don't have to listen to her suggestion. So what do?
I want to kill this man.
I'm gonna draw an arrow and shoot him in the head.
Make an attack roll.
Right between the eyes.
Sick.
We hate when people spy on others, as we have a whole big plan of spying on somebody tomorrow.
When you frame it like that, I again have to ask, we are the villains at this point, right?
Shoot him in the head.
I think I might just have to roll it manually because we're not in combat technically.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Is it R? What is it? /R?
/R space 1d20 plus modifier.
You should use a silver tipped arrow if you have one, just in case.
I don't have one of those.
Oh yeah, they're buried.
It doesn't need silver, it's a vampire, right? No, yeah, never mind. Forget
it's a
that.
vampire. I think it's just a spy. Or something. Werewolf spy.
God dang. Just straight shot him in the head. Could have at least tortured this man.
He stands on business.
Apparently, Garrus doesn't.
Are you figuring out the roll?
Yeah, sorry. And I'm gonna do a sharpshooter roll, so it's only a +3. Does a 10 hit him?
A 10 misses. So,
darn. Well, I have an extra attack. Does that count?
You give him enough time to read the attack, and so he sees the arrow coming and steps aside. Oh, wait! I did not know that Strahd sought to kidnap Arabelle. I am a spy of Strahd, but I did not know that. I spy for him for the safety of my camp.
You'd be willing to lose your tongue, eyes, and ears.
How could we trust?
Assume not to know.
Ignore him.
Garrus is readying another arrow.
Alright, I guess you need to convince us right now that you're not going to be a problem for us in the future.
I
Or
could
Arabella.
feed false information to Strahd.
How can we trust you?
We're listening. Yeah, how can we trust you?
Arabelle, surely you know I didn't want anything to come to harm of you. I've not told Strahd anything about you. And she nods with confirmation.
Arabella, you can see the future. Can we trust this guy?
I believe he's true to his word.
I like how we all just agree that Arabella's like a fortune.
If he can feed Strahd false information, that could be useful.
Alright, here's something. What do you know about what Strahd's henchmen were planning on killing Laura the name?
Are you thinking of
that's the
music?
Baron henchman. Baron henchman.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, do you know anything about the Baron's henchman's schedule?
Just this random ass person.
Then spy and find out.
That has nothing to do.
Yeah, no, we're good. I just had to check.
What can you do right now to prove that your loyalties lie against Strahd?
Yeah.
We need something now, or else your head.
I truly don't think I can prove that, actually. I can only say that I spy in the best
I got
interest
an
to protect the Vistani camp.
I got an idea. I want you.
Anything
to
I
provide
share
me with
will
something.
only incriminate myself.
Yeah, I want you to provide me with something that if I give to the Baron or if I give to Strahd or one of his henchmen, will get you killed by Strahd. That way, you are tied to us.
Yeah, or someone super embarrassing that you don't want to know, like a secret crush.
We also know where you live, so if anything happens, I'll just find you, and I won't miss again.
I now know that he seeks Arabella, who I will never give up. She is the daughter of my brother. So if you were to encounter Strahd and have reason to give me up, you could say, I had that information, never gave it.
Mm-hmm.
Give me some gold too while you're at it.
Yeah.
Empty your pockets.
Make a
We are
persuasion
the
or intimidation check.
We
Either
are
one,
villains.
depending on your mode.
What's everyone's alignment in this group? Because I'm getting a lot of chaotic.
I'm lawful neutral, so I'm not good, but
Are you?
I don't
not
think
really.
that's necessarily. Surely you can see I am being truthful. Arabella agrees.
Arabella is our queen.
Okay.
And Von Rick then speaks up. I don't sense anything abnormal from how he speaks. I think he's truthful.
Okay.
I didn't really want to hurt you, but I'll hold back my better judgment.
after we finish all this and kill Strahd, we can just get rid of him later for helping the vampire.
I guess
But right now he's useful.
Well, hold on. Like, let's see how useful it is. Maybe you can pay for your sins of the past. You know, I certainly did.
We will be visiting you in the future. And you better stay put protecting Arabella.
I will be in the Vistani camp. Now, we can't keep Arabella in the wagon here. She must come closer to home. And Von Rechten speaks up. She is not safe there.
What does our queen have to think about this?
Yeah, Arabella, what do you think?
What do you guys think?
Well, I mean,
The future.
yeah.
You can see the future.
No,
I think you kidnapped in the first place.
the wagon
Yeah.
seems safe-ish. Maybe it'd be nice to be closer to family, though.
We good.
Somewhere in between, or maybe the wagon and camp.
If this place is the safest option, could you give us something to prove to your family that you're alive and safe?
I think we could, leave Arasak's stockyard. Honestly, it might draw a little attention now. Maybe it would be best to move the wagon and I outside of the Locky. So we could go somewhere between the camp and the city. Oh, I don't know if the camp's best or not, so you guys tell me.
There is.
And Von Rechten speaks up. The camp is not safe. Now I need a spy. The idea of feeding false lies sound really nice, but I still am hesitant to fully trust him.
Completely, I still want to kill him.
Can you
But I mean, there is an option, but I don't know how much we trust these two. But we could leave you at there's 2 hunters that are currently holding our silver outside of town.
And Ariel speaks up. That is very far from her father.
That's the exact opposite direction. I say we get you a little closer to camp. You can't see him again. That's just not going to happen. You can stay in the wagon. We can just move the wagon a couple 100 feet closer. And then we're going to need you to give us something to tell your folks that you're still alive, but you just can't come home.
And Von Richten speaks up. I will still protect her, so I can facilitate some visitation.
Give us your line. Give us your pet line right now.
And Arabelle speaks up. I'm sorry, I might have deceived you there. Or are you talking about her doll?
Her doll.
Her doll.
Yes, her doll.
You want me to part with my doll?
We got a doll.
You're going to take from an 11-year-old girl?
Pretty easily.
Maybe you're not the people I thought you were.
No.
We're definitely not.
We just gotta have proof you're still alive, that's all. For the time
being.
You're
going to give it to them?
Of course.
Okay.
Why?
Then okay.
Plus you got a guillotine now. Who needs a doll?
Or if
we could give it to your dad to prove you're alive, and then Rudolph could facilitate him to visit you at some point and give it back.
Yeah. Or we could do you cut off his paw and say kind of ransom kind of thing, but in a good way.
We
could also definitely just do Joe's idea of a letter. So that's a little bit more, authentic, if you will, than just finding a doll, because finding a doll could mean anything, really.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, maybe you write something that only your dad would know.
Yeah. Or else.
No, don't threaten the child. Especially one that can see the future.
If you guys asked or directed something to me, I missed it.
We're gonna have Arabella write a letter to her father that she will somehow prove to her father that she's fine and well.
I can do that. I can do that.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know where you should go. But
not to the camp.
Maybe Rudolph's boy keeps protecting you, and Rudolph, I imagine you know the safest places in this town, or I guess outside of it.
I can take her a little closer to the camp so that the family can visit, but not all the way in.
Family visiting right now, right? Because they might be trailing the family. Other spies.
If they're escorted by me, I can make do.
Okay, I trust you, Rudolph.
Oh shit! What are you doing down there?
So, with this conclusion, Arabella approaches Von Richten. Thank you, Von Richten. You're a good man, and your son agrees. And Von Richten's face goes pale, and he pauses. My son? And she pats his hand. He's been keeping me safe in the wagon. Your son loves you very much, and has been watching over you as well. And he seems like a sullen old man now. Wow. And she looks like she's about to go into explanation, but instead, her voice doesn't come out, and she begins to kind of stagger backwards a little bit. Her eyes roll back in her head, and the whites of her eyes become the color of storm clouds. And as she begins to speak, you hear the echoes of a second, far older woman's voice. In darkest night, the light shall flee. No dawn to break, with no reprieve. From the grave the dead shall climb, Their restless march, a baleful sign. At castle's peak, a heart beats red, its hunger deep and ever fed. Should silence fall, the sky shall crack, 1,000 souls in torment black. Paste it in chat. And then she falls over, unconscious.
What the Sigma?
Has that happened before?
Yeah,
You guys know what the deal is?
That's not how well I've known her. And Aragel speaks up. She's never done that before. No. She's had a talent for fortunes, but this is far beyond that.
Yeah, don't like that.
Yeah.
It's good to know, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
So there's a heart at the peak of the castle. That's probably bad.
Or if that's something that
creepy as
that's
fuck.
our key to defeating Strahd.
Oh. Look at that.
That's just a game theory. I have no idea.
I like that game theory. You're smart as hell today.
Can I say? You know, always been the smartest.
We
of the
gotta get
leaders.
you off the Dream Pod.
That's why he's our leader.
That's why I'm the leader. Now let's go ahead and what are we doing with this girl? What's her name?
Arabella.
Oh, Arabella.
Von Richten speaks up. I'll take her. We'll transport the wagon, and I'll make sure that she wakes up. Before we go, take this, and he hands you guys a talisman of echoes.
Also, I assume Arabella gave us the letter before she passed out.
Yes, we'll say yes.
What did they give us?
A talisman of echoes. I'm trying to confirm
Oh, hold on to that.
what it
Thank you
is.
very much.
Like, I'm seeing different variations. It should be something along the lines of you can speak with the dead. So I'll verify that. Let me write that down in the Discord, make sure I get the right item variant of that. Do talisman of echoes, and I'll somehow document that prophecy in a way that you guys can easily access it if you want it.
I feel like it'd be pretty cool.
Okay, where did that go? There we go. There we go. Okay. Aragal then approaches. Thank you for your assistance in recovering my niece. I will avoid reporting as much as I can on any activity. I will feed as much falsified information as I can. I will probably have to add some truth on occasion, so I'm still trusted, unfortunately.
We understand.
The best lies are the closest to truth.
And I will be in the camp.
So
Should
say
you
it
ever
forward.
question me or want to
Oh
fight me?
man.
Know where you sleep. So
Yep.
I do not provide any guarantee that Strahd will believe what I say, though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Understandable.
We'll have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Oh, did we lose you again?
Back.
Side effect of being muted the whole time. Von Richten then approaches back. Before I take the wagon further, are we concluded here? Is there anything more you guys wish to discuss?
So,
What's your
what's your evil?
so like,
What's your zodiac sign?
What?
We're gonna be doing something to Strahd if you want to like join in the future.
For now, I must protect Arabella. I don't think I'm safe leaving her.
No, she's a queen. Protect her at all costs. But when the time comes, can we count on you for your support?
Should you need aid, I will do my best to aid you. With that includes information. How can I help you?
Give your heart. Let's go. I think we're done here. I have no idea. Do we have questions? I have no idea.
We go over all the tarot cards, I guess. The ones that have clues.
Yeah.
Where did that go?
You're
like a monster hunter. You know where the wolves are exactly. We know they're by Kresk, but what are they? What's their deal?
That's the most information I have as well. I encountered a few werewolves here and there while navigating to and from Lake Baratok in the tower. It's definitely increased activity over there. But that's about all I know.
A prison of darkness beyond a set of amber doors.
Amber. I would talk to someone that's been around longer than I. I feel like I heard that lightly mentioned.
Someone that's been here more, or someone like older than you?
Like maybe the Baron or Lady Fiona Wachter. They might know something. I feel like I've heard. I feel like I've heard the Order of the Silver Dragon protected such temple, but I don't know anything more than that.
Is the Order of the Silver Dragon familiar?
It rings a bell. You guys talked to a revenant that spoke he was a member of it, and he told you to seek out Sir Godric Gwillem at Argynvost's Hold.
Yeah. Do you know where Argynvost's Hold is?
Yes. Following the path west of Vallaki, there's then a trail leading south that goes to Argynvost's Hold. I want to say it's the first south turn. He provides directions.
Nice. That was all I had. If someone else has something, I don't know.
You got any extra silver on you? You like weapons and stuff. We're kind of could use more.
I don't think I have anything I can part with. That I would need it to protect Arabella and myself.
Okay, I guess that's fine.
But did the Vistani camp promise a reward for finding her? Don't forget to claim that. And he winks your way.
We haven't forgotten, that's for sure.
The reward is the task itself. Making sure that she's safe.
The friends alone.
Who are you?
I am technically a deacon of a church.
No. Okay. I say we're done here. Go and protect Arabella with your life, and then some more.
What does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Alright, if you have nothing else, then I shall talk to you again another time. If you have any questions I might be of assistance, seek me out. I will still be under the guise of Rictavio and staying at the inn as well, so you'll still see me.
I hope you find your monkey. Sorry you lost that guy.
Yes, I had to part with him. It is okay. Alright, what do you guys do?
Shall we?
I think we just call it a bed at that point.
That saved us so much time tomorrow.
Literally. So then, now we don't need to go look for Rictavio tomorrow. So
I think we just stop off the camp, get a reward, and then
go kill Isaac.
And then come back.
Easy, whatever.
Oh, wait, how far is the camp from the Baron's mansion where we're
Yeah, I think that's going to be a bit of a journey.
The camp's maybe like 10 minutes outside the city, so you have to also exit the city.
And come back in. That's a whole process.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, yeah, we can do that after.
If we do that, yeah.
Yeah, we do that as like after,
So then we still shouldn't have like everyone tailing, I don't think.
I could just enjoy the festival. With the preparation for the festivals, I can help out with that.
So go check out what's his face. Drop off the wine while we're there, while we question him about Stella. And then
Kind of being
sneak.
be around, you know.
Yeah.
Party.
Need some sneaky folks.
Yeah. I think that's a good plan.
Alright.
Shall we go to sleep?
Sounds like bedtime then.
Bedtime.
You make your way back to the Blue Water Inn and head up to your chamber. Nothing's abnormal in your travel. Do you guys do anything before bed?
Get in my PJs and hit the
I
head.
have,
It's
I
now.
have one more thing to mention about tomorrow.
Mhm.
Do we involve Irina in this at all? Maybe as like a shock factor when we're fighting?
We
Her
could
brother-
use her as
brother?
bait.
Could use her as bait.
Get her in an isolated spot and maybe tip Izik off.
Oh yeah.
Since we heard you were looking for this girl. We saw her at this abandoned warehouse or something.
At the church or something.
We're gonna ask her for her consent in this plan, though, right? I think we haven't been doing that lately with the children.
If you're into that, yeah.
Yeah, you're into the whole consent thing.
I am.
The fuck?
Yes.
Odd.
Only if she wants to.
I think that could be a good plan. Let's ask her. We need her fully on board with us.
Nice. So maybe we got a whole day now. We don't have to do audio. So maybe while we're chasing him, the rest of us go to Irina, ask some questions, see if she's on board. And then yeah.
Do we know the city well enough to know where a good secluded area is?
The back of my hand.
Yeah, one more time.
Do we know the city well enough to know where a good secluded area to fight is?
I'd say the stockyard. Every time we've been there, there's been nobody.
You
Besides
had
the
one guard
once.
catch you.
Actively had a guard catch us.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, one guard catch us.
We also can't
Let's-
necessarily stage a fight location, if you will, so...
Well, I'm saying if we use
Yeah.
Irina's bait.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. I mean, would the church just be fine?
Oh, in which case, you guys figure it out. If you're wanting to know if there's a dead area of town that you would have noticed, though, let's see if I can answer that. St. Andrew's has a cemetery.
That would be nice. That'd be really
There's some
That's where
emptier
Irina is,
areas outside, or not outside the walls, but just inside the walls. But you might have patrols noticing from top of the walls. So
I say we just do the church.
you got
Or
back
the
alleys
burial of the
too. There's also the question of
already there.
whenever you're doing things, how quickly does a guard notice? You could probably find either poor empty houses that you could work with as well. So it's up to you. It's what do you guys look for?
I personally think just the church.
The church. Or the cemetery at the church.
I think
Yeah.
as long as we can get the owner on board so he doesn't, when the priest on board, make sure that no one comes by. I think that could.
We also have to time it so it's after he's had his poison wine.
Yeah, I think whoever's following him, as soon as they see him finish his poison wine, that's when they'll be like, "Hey, Irina," and then lure them.
Joe's not there, so I'm going to speak for her. A reminder that the church is hallowed ground and seem to affect her as well.
Is the cemetery hologram? Does that count?
You didn't go into the cemetery, so you could find out.
Oh, yeah.
There's also the abandoned houses.
Yeah, that's true.
That would probably be a little easier. Just pick an abandoned house.
Yeah.
Can we go back to, or did we burn it down? The house with the vampires earlier? Was that in the cemetery?
Oh, yeah.
The
I don't remember
it on fire.
That was near
Yeah.
R6 Stockyard.
Damn.
I
couldn't recall if we caught it on fire or not.
Because we went in, it caught on fire, and then we put it out, and then we went in.
You put it out. You then left the coffin maker there after slaying the vampires that were
Do we traumatize this dude and run it back?
Right.
One off. Oh, we're back.
What's up? What's up? You got the best place in town.
Yeah, I kind of like
quick
that.
murder.
Yeah, and then we could blame him for hiding
Yeah,
Irina.
He's hiding the coffin maker's hiding Irina. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
He's trying to child trafficking. It's all coming back
And
to child trafficking.
We can blackmail him into helping us because we knew we had vampires.
There we go.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
All we do with
Yeah.
blackmail is just say, hey, we want you to look after Irina for the day. That's the only blackmail. And then we surprise him with the Baron's henchman coming to beat his ass.
And they might not even do that. We can't control that.
Yeah. Kitty.
Oh, Kitty.
I think we've got a nice little plan for him. Let me see that.
What do you think, Joe?
The laptop is warm. She might be turning it off.
She's gonna call me, I can tell.
Yeah, she
Oh
is.
no.
Oh yeah, that's a big comfy cat right there.
She is a tiny cat.
Tiny coffee cat.
Hey, we have one of those water fountains too.
Alright, so you guys long rest successfully.
Mm-hmm.
You might actually need to use the long rest feature because the last time we did combat with gargoyles. Don't remember if there's other combat at least.
Everyone long rest.
It got me back to full health.
Same.
I'll cast Goodberry in the morning like I always do.
Mm.
Yeah.
Everyone take your morning berries with you.
All right. So it is morning. What's the first thing you guys do?
We gotta go talk to this chicken kid.
Oh yeah, see
Let's
you
go
later.
check out Chicken Boy.
We gotta go talk to Chicken Boy.
Let's see. You guys would have gotten up. I assume you want the full long rest, so therefore, what's 8 hours? That's
Hold on, I'll be right
7. Why is that so hard to work? We'll say it's 8.
Nice. Yeah, first of all, I guess everybody awake. Good morning, everybody.
Hey, get off of me.
You don't have to do that.
Every morning
but you
with
don't
you.
have to.
Do you not learn?
Don't worry
Over
about
all
it.
these days we've traveled, I told you no each time.
You might be contagious. You don't
Right, I
know
did
that.
not learn consent doesn't mean anything.
Grace.
Hey, alright, if anybody listening for the future of my work, obviously kidding.
I already got the soundbite, dude. You're screwed.
God dang.
You're chopped.
Alright, we're going to go to the boy. Chicken Boy.
So you guys head downstairs and look around to find Erwin, see him kind of tidying up at the bar, and he sees you guys. About time you guys woke up. You guys ready for this talk? Prove to
Yeah,
me you
we
guys
want to-
aren't some kind of child molesters.
Oh, I
Me
don't
child
put that
molesters.
poison in the air.
Don't put that on
Kidnappers. There's a difference.
Yes, we would like to talk to Chicken Boy, please.
All right.
Real quick.
Is he awake? Have you talked to him?
Oh yeah, I already gave him some eggs. So
What do you-
How
he
do you
then,
like him? What did he
like that
do?
joke?
Is he good?
he then takes you upstairs and to their room, and he opens the door, and inside, and you see in the corner this small teenage boy crouched down, sitting on top of the eggs.
We knew it.
Damn.
Yeah.
We knew you'd like that. What's up, buddy?
How you doing? Long time no see.
Who are you?
Oh, yeah, you
Don't remember us? You talked to me as a chicken.
As the chicken?
Oh,
Do you
so
remember
don't
being a
remember
chicken?
anything?
We're your kidnappers.
He
Oh,
looks
those-
down at the eggs. That would explain the craving, or
Yeah.
compulsion. But no,
You were-
I have no memory of that.
what
Where's
does-
What?
Esmeralda?
What do you remember?
I remember being in Crest with Esmeralda last
Yeah, there.
that I can think of.
Were you... I assume you were... You right now? If that makes sense to you?
Like you were a
No.
human?
Were you?
You don't remember
if you look
that?
at a mirror right now, is that who you were when you were with Esmeralda?
And he looks
That you remember?
in the mirror, and he kind of just nods. I think so.
Oh man, how long were you a chicken?
Yeah, so, yeah, what's the last thing that happened in Chris that you remember?
It's kind of a blur. I remember that we went there to talk to the Abbey, but the details are fuzzy. My memory's not the greatest.
Yeah, you're a chicken for at least a month for sure.
Yeah, Esmeralda turned you into a chicken, most likely. I know that doesn't make sense to you because it wouldn't make sense to me. But
It doesn't make sense to me. No, I don't know why she would do that.
She kept you as a pet for a while.
Maybe
Very
someone
second
else
page.
there? Yeah.
She had saved me a little while back and was taking me back to my family. That rings a bell.
Maybe
Now
it
that
was
I
a
think about
guy.
it, we found you in a cage, and we found a scroll to undo the curse. That was unused. That she could have done at any time.
Yeah, why did it?
So maybe she did do that. You're not a vampire.
She
are you?
doesn't have arcane skills, so I don't know about
Shouldn't
that.
need him with a scroll. Right?
I'm gonna check his teeth for to see if he's a vampire.
Check his leg while you're at it.
Hey, what are you doing? Stop! And Erwin's like, now, he's just a boy.
His
If
legs
he's a vampire, he's not a boy. He's a
Don't
vampire.
diddle that boy, Gary.
I'm not diddling anybody.
Now, son, is what these people saying true? You were a chicken? And he, like, looks unsure, but he kind of just slowly nods, and so Erwin's like, okay. I will let you guys talk out the rest. I don't think I want to know more. And he steps out.
Look,
So were you like her squire or something? Her apprentice? Brother? I don't know.
No, I think she saved me, but I'm not sure. Again, the memory's fuzzy. If I was a chicken, maybe I'll remember her in the coming days.
Do you want us to turn you into a chicken? So you can remember now?
I can't do
No,
that.
I don't think so.
I will say, as a chicken, you were pretty sassy. Just being honest, you're a little sassy guy. Nothing wrong with that, obviously, but
Yeah, of course.
maybe you liked being a chicken, and if you did like being a chicken, our bad.
I don't remember. I don't like this compulsion to sit on eggs, though.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I'll be honest with you.
My pants have yolk all over them now.
Yeah.
You're sitting too hard.
Yeah. Well, I'll say.
I'm not feathered anymore.
I'll say, obviously, you do what you want, but I probably recommend staying here until you regain your memory, and then
Give us a
if
day.
Esmeralda is a good person, we can take you back to her. If you remember that, but if she's not, then I guess you're welcome.
I think she was. I'd like to talk to her again and remember what's going on, because I definitely don't.
Well, I recommend you just stay here for the day. The person that the barkeep will take care of you, and then once you regain your memory, we'll be back tonight and we can talk. And if you want to go back to Esmeralda, we can take you back.
And he kind of just shyly nods.
Yeah. Apparently, anybody can have beer, so I guess go have some beer.
Oh yeah. They love getting beer.
They love serving minors here. It's the best.
They do.
So I guess just hang out, have a good time, try to regain your memory. Stop sitting on eggs.
If they ask about you paying to be here, you can tell them just put it on our tab.
You know?
Yeah, we'll be back after today. If everything goes well, if everything goes bad, come to our funeral.
Or just leave the city, because it probably won't be. It won't be
lived
good.
and could escort me eventually, but
Same.
okay.
I like life's pretty cool, but
Yeah,
we'll see you later
fight.
today.
Do you know how to fight? Or are you just like a guy?
He probably knows how to peg.
Now, I tasted something quite delicious, like residue of something in my mouth when I woke up. What? Do you have
No,
more
that's
of that? What was that?
No, you
yeah,
must have had a weird dream. You're
Yeah,
thinking
that's
of
just a weird dream.
Yeah, you're cursed in another way. It's not our fault, trust us.
Yeah, just stay in this room.
Okay,
any
it must
pie,
be
don't
the
eat 'em.
chicken in me. Okay.
Yes.
Real quick, buddy. Just in case you are chicken and what you just sat on is going to traumatize you, stand up real quick.
He
And
stands
I
up.
use mending on the eggs so that they cure him, and that way he doesn't get traumatized that if he is a chicken.
Oh, my babies.
And he can go back to sitting.
Don't sit on it. Go put a blanket on it.
I'll try not to.
Alright, yeah, somebody take these eggs away from him. Well, goodbye, sir. We'll see you later, or maybe we won't. Or maybe
We'll be back here.
He just shyly nods. Okay. Please do.
I do have to go. My food got here.
Cool. I was looking for good stock points. That works. Sounds good. Alright.
We got a big session next.
Much roleplay this
Got
time.
a lot of lore taken in.
Yes.
we got a lot.
Lot of it. Excellent.
Alright,
No,
I will
thank
put
you.
out another poll. Thanks for joining. Hope you have fun.
Yeah.
Bang.
Okay,
Bang.
Bam.
Bye.